One of the saddest and most frustrating things I've ever had to deal with in all of my years of working with humans and animals is when relationships end because of bad information, hearsay, superstition. Someone told me that this is the way it works and that's why things have to end. Stop the presses. I'm here to separate the fact from the fiction. Let's get catified. Hey, beautiful people, this is Jackson, and yeah, it frustrates me to death to know that relationships have ended because somebody told you that cats and dogs can't get along. Why? Because they saw it in a cartoon? And that's why today I want to talk about harmony between cats and dogs. It's doable, and it all comes down to three things: education, preparation, dedication. Let's listen to the cat daddy. So the first thing I want to talk about, again, we're going to talk about catification. If you give your cats places up in the air to get to, out of the reach of dogs, you're going to have a much happier cat. They'll be allowed to survey their domain from a safe place. Okay, that's a dog. Could be kind of mean looking, but from this angle, I got the control. Building a cat superhighway so that your cat can get up, get around, and get out, especially in a very major social space like the living room, is really key. If you're going to have cats coexist with dogs, having cats compete for floor space, come on now. You use the advantage of the fact that the cat is the only being in your house who's not terrestrial, who's not limited to the ground. Use it, build for it, build it up, and your cats will thank you from now until the end of time. So catification is a big thing. The second thing is when you're bringing in another species into the house, when you've got a cat, you're bringing in a dog, you're bringing a dog into a world with a cat, do your due diligence. Preparation is key. So for instance, if you're gonna bring in a cat to your home with a dog, your dog has to be trained. You have to be able to confidently say that your dog can do a downstay. And then when a cat walks through the room, they keep that downstay. If you have no confidence in that, and you know in your heart of hearts, as much as you love your dog, that when a cat walks across that room, your dog is off to the races, then think twice. That's all I gotta say. Don't bring home the cat yet. Get your dog trained. Make sure you're going to classes. Make sure that you've got control over the situation, because it's not fair to the dog or the cat to set up a toxic relationship from day one and based on the fact that you have no control over your dog. So remember that. Now, if it's the other way around and you're bringing a dog into a house with a cat, number one, has your cat had any access to dogs in the past? Are they gonna be completely freaked out? You're gonna set up a base camp for your dog the same way you would for your cat, and you're going to give them access to that space in a very controlled way. When you adopt a dog and bring them into your home, even though you've gotten glowing reviews from the staff at the shelter, even though we know that that dog has been around other cats before, trust and then verify. Trust and verify. Trust and verify. You can trust what other people say, but you've got to verify it in your own home. So when you first bring that dog in, yeah, they go to a base camp. You slowly introduce the dog to the cat with the same method as I, a few videos ago, taught you about introducing cat to cat, and then keep them on a leash. Keep them on a leash every time they're in the same room with a cat. Worst thing that happens is that they start to run, you put your foot on the leash, you stop them in that moment, you can offer a correction and then move forward. The theme that you're gonna hear over and over again here is the idea that you've got one chance to make a first impression. Don't blow it. Don't just let them at each other. Don't trust that the two animals are gonna be totally cool with one another. Make sure they prove it and they earn it before you do it. Now, I've now made a couple of videos on introducing cat to cat. Gonna put a little link here. You can find it for yourself. But the really important thing is here that you can do the same thing with dogs. Introduce dogs to cats. The big adjustment that you make there is that dogs have different motivations than cats. Dogs have a higher prey drive, where cats are a little more defensive by nature. Dogs also, and this is on the plus side, are much more into pleasing you than cats are. So you can offer them the kind of distractions that you might not be able to offer a cat. But it's really important to introduce these guys through scent first and then visuals, especially if the cat's never met a dog and the dog's never met a cat before. Don't assume that they're gonna be able to see that new being and go, oh, well, I know who you are, what's the problem? And then they just go for it. The slow and steady introduction will always win the race. Don't forget, this chance that you have to make a first impression, it goes on for the rest of these animals' lives, which I hope would be a nice long life. And these guys can be friends. They can be friends almost immediately, or it might take them a while to get to know each other. And make sure as you're shepherding them through this process that you are creating the best chance for a positive outcome, that you are making sure that all of the processes that you put in line maximize their safety, but also challenge them at the same time. So anyway, this is what it is to be harmonious in your house with multi-species. It's just about preparation. It's about not letting free-for-alls happen. And if you do those things and then manage your expectations afterwards, meaning that your head doesn't say, well, I'm not happy unless my dog is cleaning my cat's head, and that's my definition of happiness, let go of that and all will be well, okay? That's what harmony is all about. Harmony is letting the animals decide what is happiness. Happiness is safety. Happiness is knowing the outcome of every interaction. In the cat and dog world, it means that we can be together in the same room, feel safe, know that we're not gonna get into it with the other one. That's where it all begins. So I hope it begins there for you. I hope that you lead a bi-petual lifestyle, that you bring in dogs and cats into your world. Don't settle for I'm a cat person, I'm a dog person. You can do it with the techniques I've given you here, the techniques that you'll find in my books, like this one right here. This right here is the nifty audiobook, so get a hold of this one while you can. And just know that all of these techniques can be found right here, link below. Get yourself a book. All right, folks, I will see you very soon. This is your Cat Daddy signing off from the Cat Cave. All light and all love and all mojo to you. Bye, guys.
Meow.